Hello everyone. So a big thing in Cavan during the general and local election gone by was the state of particularly rural roads, as you can see here. This is a rural road just not 15 minutes from where I am, near Cullis in County Cavan there. Cullis Graveyard, if you know where, just outside Cavan town. Some of the side roads out that direction of the country are atrocious. I know myself, I've been up this road many times. The council come along, fill in the holes, and 5 minutes later they're a mess again. Basically, they're doing a half a job, and they're not doing a proper job. And again, it's ludicrous to see. And again, when I show you in a second, there's something I just want to show you. Actually, show you now, because there's no money for that. There's no money to do the proper job. But there's money for this. There's €600,000 to do a bicycle lanes. And the funniest thing is, if we go 5 minutes from that road down the road, we go near Cavan Institute, down by St. Pat's College in Cavan. There's bicycle lanes there. They're done up the bicycle lanes because the bicycle lanes Eamon Ryan was in at the time. They give loads of money for bicycle lanes. There was no money for the roads, but they give money for bicycle lanes. And I tell you something, go out and find a bicycle in Cavan. Go near Cavan Institute, stay there for 2 or 3 hours and tell me how many bicycles you see. You'll be lucky to see one, because it's like trying to find Where's Wally, because there's not one bicycle. In all the time I've been in Cavan town and Cavan, since that bicycle lane's been there, you'd be lucky to see, I'm lucky to see about 2 people in all the time I've been around Cavan town and stuff. 2 people, and they're doing the €500,000 or something like that to do the bicycle lanes. and and then they're talking about bicycle lanes, and then the next thing you hear, there's no money for this. Like, look at the state of this. Like, you wouldn't blame people for questioning why they pay their road taxes. And the question has to be asked, is there any of our county councillors, our good fellas on the council, our elected officials in Cavan County Council or Monaghan County Council, are good councillors, are they living up roads like this? Because I bet you'll find that they will not be living near this, because let's be fair, none of the councillors are getting their tyres taken off them in their car. But yeah, not one of them about when it comes to the roads. Because this is a mess. Like, it is generally a mess. Like, some of this would tear bits into your tire, and it would tear your tire into bits. Like that one there, like you literally go into hell in that one, to be totally honest. You can nearly go into hell. But there's a lot worse. There's a road up there by near the dump, but just beside Breffney College up the other side. And I tell you, that's like the Battle of the Somme. There's that many craters and stuff, like potholes. They're like literally shells from the First World War. You generally think the First World War happened on that road, to be totally honest, how bad it is. Because it is like literally like the First World War happened on the road. But yeah, this is the road just up there. Not even 15 minutes of where I am. But it's the Anglo-South, you think they would ask themselves, because this was all within 2 days of publishing this article. You think they would have been like, we were just on the road there, and the council pretty much said there's no money, pretty much. That was the excuse. Or there's not enough men to do it. We don't have the money to pay the men to do it. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money to fix the roads. There's a lot of money. Like, there's something like 20 million. Something like that to do up all the roads in Cavan. Wherever the money's going to, I couldn't tell you. To be totally honest, because I don't think none of us know. There's 20 million or so to do up the roads, but they seem to be all going towards bicycle lanes in Monaghan. Like, tell me who's going to use a bicycle lane in Monaghan. Like, let's be fair. Like, who is using bicycles? Like, not everybody's Eamon Ryan. Like, everybody just turned into Eamon Ryan, to be totally honest. Like, again, it's all part of this anti-cow agenda. They hate, and to be totally honest, they hate rural Ireland too, the government too. Like, they give money for bicycle lanes. It's lunacy. It's psychopaths and bicycle lanes and stuff. There's money for that, but there's no money for this. There's no money. There's no money. But when it comes to bicycle lanes, there's money for that. Do you think the Anglo-South would have asked themselves, that's peculiar. Because no, it is a joke now. Like, I feel sorry for that. Again, I know the majority of these people in the photos, because it's literally only 15 minutes away from here. But yeah, I feel sorry for them, because again, they didn't choose the road to be like that. And at the end of the day, they're paying their taxes. They're probably paying heavy. If we ask one of them now how much they're paying on their property tax, or how much they're paying their road tax, insurance, how much they're paying when they go to work and taxes, there's a lot of money, because there's a good lot of houses on this road too, big houses and stuff, and so rightly so, because they work for their money, and they worked all their life to get there. Some of them were retired pensioners. There's only about 20 people or so living on the road, but still doesn't matter if there's only 5 people living on the road. They still expect the roads to be done. Like, it's the bare necessity the council could do and stuff like that. But the only people to blame are your councillors and your TDs. They were all jumping up and down, particularly in November. They were all jumping up and down by fixing every road in the bloody place. And not one of them about now. I haven't seen one. I haven't seen any of my TDs. None of them are around. They're all hiding somewhere. But none of them. Not one. But it goes back to this, because again, the argument here is they haven't got the people to do the roads, and that's the truth, I suppose, in a way. So too, but they could do that in the morning. They can employ 50 people in the morning if they wanted to onto the council to do it. Years ago, they used to have 600 or 700 men just to do the roads in Cavan, employed by the council. Nowadays, there's only maybe 100 if you're lucky. That's all about it. That's all there is. Compared to 600 years ago, it's all because they don't want to pay out big pensions and stuff to people in the council, and they don't want to pay people. They want people to work pretty much for nothing. It's the same we see they're getting companies from Northern Ireland to come down and do the roads. It doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. I don't get why they do it, but sure, look, logic doesn't exist, it seems. But we have to question these things, because there's millions of euros. There's money, literally. They hear my local TDs and local councillors. There's that much money, we don't know what to do with it. We have to throw it out on the road, because they hear them every day of the week on the radio, and they hear Joe Finnegan on Northern Sound. Everybody shouldn't be complaining. They should be happy and know nothing and be happy pretty much. But what I'm trying to say is there's that much money. You hear them every day. There's money for this, there's money for that, there's money thrown here, there's money there, there's money everywhere. Well, there's no money for this. It doesn't make any sense. And again, this is not just one road. If we went to the road just up the road from that, like as I say, the Battle of the Somme literally took place on the road. And then there's literally other roads where we go near to the town, like back roads. They call them roads. I would call them fucking fields, to be totally honest, because there's literally big craters in the middle of the roads. It's insane. It's ludicrous. But it's quite insane. There was still in modern Ireland years ago. Imagine could do it. It was done. These things didn't wasn't issues. But see, they done the proper job years ago. Nowadays they just patch it up, fill in the pothole. They don't do the proper job, and 5 minutes later it's an issue again. It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let me just take subscribe for more and bye.